So na ikatulong shout out question. I think this is the last one. This is from a teacher sa Houston, Texas. Friend gyapon nako. Si Mart Andrew Maravillas. Shout out diha sa
Alright.
US. Our podcast is reaching the US. Let's go. Unsa ka tinuod ang virus musulod through the microscopic hole sa mask. Kung tinuod man gani ni, how di ay tinuod nga effective ang masks against sa spread sa virus. Unya follow up niya ang question, nganong naa may breakthrough cases? Signs ba ni nga dili effective ang vaccines?
Okay.
Ano niya ha?
So, I'll answer them one by one first. Okay, ang kanang sa mask.
Yes.
Sa mask. Okay. Ang surgical mask or the cloth mask, these prevent ka ng mga large particles. Large particles, no? Kanang, example, magstorya ta face to face. Lagsik akong laway nimo. So, pwede di ka usod sa imuhang kuan, no? Sa nose, mouth. The purpose of the mask is to protect, surgical mask is kanang to protect you against these kind of mga larger particles. In the general public, no, in the kanang sa atong outside sa malls, kani nga mga mask is enough, no?
Okay.
Because the mode of transmission of the virus is through droplet, no, and sometimes aerosol, kanang dagko nga particle. The mask is there to help nga dili mo sud. Okay. And although walay na studies nga there's no clear-cut studies nga makakuan yun ang prevent ang face shield sa virus, but as an add-on to the mask,
additional protection.
Additional protection because the larger particles dili siya adto pa yun musud sa mask, no? Okay. And then it also helps that you can reuse your kanang surgical mask several times. Kaya di man na pwede nimo labhan ang surgical mask to lose its effectivity. So that's the purpose of the face shield as well. Okay. So it's not true nga actually the size of the COVID virus is actually gagangmay di kay siya. The surgical mask itself, ang sizes niya, filters niya in between, actually is a little bit bigger than the virus itself. Kanang mag-speak, that's where that question came in, no? Because basta ko man ang size sa surgical mask compared sa imuhang sa virus, so pwede din makasud. So general population, dili ra siya pwede ra siya,
kay droplets man.
It's safe na in an open space. But in a high-risk environment, example, na working inside the room of the COVID-positive patient, releasing the virus through coughing. So, you have to wear katong higher nga mask pa katong N95, no? Nga ang iyang filters very small, no? So, we don't for those working in the high-risk environments, no, kanang high-risk areas, gitawag na mong orange zone o red zone in the hospitals, katod yung mga N95 or respirator mask that can filter out the very, very small particles. We have to keep the minimum kanang health safety protocols while we're out in public. That includes keeping at least a meter distance away from one another, wearing mask at all times, para dili ma-spread ang virus nimo. Okay.
Right.
Together with the vaccination, this will offer us protection against COVID-19 back.
Right.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Kuan Doc ba? May question Doc ba? Saman, go.
Sorry ka, dapat yung second question, what was that?
Kaning mga breakthrough cases.
Breakthrough
cases.
Okay. Yeah.
What are breakthrough cases?
First of all, breakthrough cases are disease manifesting in fully vaccinated individuals, no? Example, na fully vaccinated na COVID gihapon. Honestly speaking, there's no vaccine any vaccine, not only the COVID vaccine, all other vaccines, there's no vaccine that prevents 100% of the disease.
Right.
Okay? So there are cases of breakthrough infections. Breakthrough infection, again, the disease occurring in patients who are fully vaccinated. Kaning COVID-19 vaccine, we say that you are fully vaccinated 2 weeks after your last dose of the vaccine.
Correct.
Okay? So kung magka-disease ka 2 weeks after sa imong last dose, so kana itawag na itong breakthrough infection. This happens because kanang again, there's no 100% effectivity of the vaccine. Okay? So we expect that these occur, but at the rate it's occurring is not unexpected. Okay? So na kaning mga cases, breakthrough cases occur, mga expected ni sila nga incidences. Although we're not sure, no, kintahay ako napabaksin ko. Di ta kibaw kung maka breakthrough infection ba ko or dili. Okay? That's why even with the vaccination, we still do recommend keeping the minimum health and safety protocol.
Okay.
Sakto gid. And nag-defend basin lang katong mga kondok
Reach
ba?
the herd immunity.
I see. Basin ang katupong naapektahan na dok. Gidok.
Napo individual kanang individual nga factors that comes into play.
Oo.
That will dictate also the severity of the breakthrough infection.
Oo.
Example, elderly na kaayo, then napod yung other kanang diseases nga dili controlled, like diabetic ba nga poorly controlled, or obese nga this can also affect the
Weak ang immune system.
weak, no, dili na ka-mount immune response. Breakthrough infections occurring in the young population, di man kayo ka grabe, no. Most have mild symptoms like ubo, sipon lang.
Right.
So there are a lot of factors yun. But for example, 90% man na ang effectivity sa vaccine. So sa 90 na po, kung 100 ang magpa-vaccine, 90%, so na po nga pwede ma-infected. It means nga when you get the vaccine, you're 90% protected against the virus. So with the additional health and safety protocols that you practice, that can reach as high as to 99 to 100%.
So anyway, Doc, akong question is kanang to follow up on the question of katong sa shoutout ni staff kay kanang I don't know if it's a myth or na mag-iuban nga di ko mapavaccine kay nganuman if I was able to survive without the vaccine when the pandemic started last year, then why should I be vaccinated now if I did survive last year?
Okay. Actually, not only there are a lot of people nga ana din ang thinking, no, nga nakakaya man ako ang 1 year nga walay vaccine, why not nga ano magpa-vaccine man ko karon. Okay, if for people nga who continue to be unvaccinated, there's a chance that the virus can mutate in you, so we don't want that. And the number of people getting affected right now because of the variants of concern, kaning mga Delta, no, the transmission is faster and occurs even with the smallest interaction. No? The question that we're asking right now in our circles is not if you get infected. The question is now is when will you get infected? Because
Correct. It's a matter of time.
No? Because because of how fast it's infecting others. So, pasin sa itong sauna, wala ka na infected. We're not sure karon because how the variants are going. So, it's better to get the vaccination as soon as you can so that you have added protection. At that time, katong sauna, 1 year ago, wala pa ba ning Delta?
Mutate na.
Mutate. Then, it can continue to mutate if we continue to get unvaccinated. And another thing is, if you get yourself vaccinated, you're helping end the pandemic itself.
That's mo ginangkuhan gid.
Yeah, true.
Yo am ta kabaw nga natapdan na siya asymptomatic way na feel pero nakatakod na di siya sa uban.
Yeah.
So kana nga kuan ba kana ba nga notion is too selfish gani nga wala man kung kuan. Okay ra. Pero naka-affect na di sa uban sa silingan.
Mindset din nato is to contribute to the end of the pandemic. And that's
True.
one way, no, to get yourself vaccinated.